Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. That's strange. No one's on. There's normally people already on by the time I get on. 5 minutes late. Who knows? Right, Jed, did you get my email? It's nothing important. I can tell you on here if you want. The fucking little fly in here again. Hang on a minute. That just turned off. I just sent you a message saying that one of the sentences in the story, I changed the sequence ever so slightly because when you read it in your head, it works perfectly, but when you read it out loud, because of reading that slower, I thought it would make sense if I just took 3 words, put them before a bracketed sentence, and it just sounded slightly better when reading out. But if you see my email, you'll know what I mean, and it's not really changed anything other than that. Right, go on, Tactical. What are you on about? Or do you want 30 seconds while I just set up quickly? I've got to do that. It's up to you. You know what? I've been doing so many videos recently. It feels weird doing live streams. Don't feel right. You fell asleep, did you, Persia? Right. I'll tell you what, Tactical. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Let me set up quickly. I'm just going to put the ad on to show people how to support if they want, if you're rewatching. You don't have to support, but I like to put this advert on. Gives me a time to set up the chat and all that, how I like it. But if you ever want to support, this is how, and the link is in the description. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Hang on. Right, hang on. I'll tell you when I'm on. Because I don't like StreamYard's good, but I don't like the way it shows the comments. So I end up having to do 2 separate windows, one with the pop-out chat and one with StreamYard. Otherwise, it's really fucking annoying. That said, Pub Watch burst into life asking for someone's out for asking for help. Guy was having a wank outside a pub and someone ran up and knocked him out. You couldn't make it up. Fuck's sake. You can't see that one. You can't. It's all right. Hang on, I've got a spit now. I just coughed up another fucking Right, I'm back and it should be on. Yeah, it'll make sense to you, Zed, when you read it. It just, I found the sentence worked perfectly when you read it in your head, but when I read it out loud, where it's a slower pace. Do you know what I mean, Zed? It because of the slower pace of reading it out, you sort of forget what those 3 words were supposed to go with, if you know what I mean. But you don't when you read it because you can also see them. But yeah, right, I'm on now. So Alex says some twat launched a firework in my room. Yeah, I just heard some people shooting some off earlier actually, and yesterday. Double Taboo Riggs, you right, mate? Down to an evening, Mike. How you been today? Yeah, not bad, not bad. Actually, I need to put so people don't fucking forget. This is going to stay on all night long. And oh, by the way, sadly, I've had to delete the Brian Blessed swearing video because it gets me copyrighted. Richard, you right, Rich? Darren, you right, mate? Tactical said he's in a bad way, apparently. What, the knocked out wanker? I said piss hands. Right, man. Mother said, what did Shalom say about the package? He's going to make me something else first. I messaged him. He said, I'm going to make you something to go with the package. So wait a week and then you'll have it. That's why he hadn't sent it yet. So read what that says. Get your fucking asses in gear. Set a fucking reminder. The link is in the top of the description. I don't even care if you leave the channel, leave the video to do it. Try to find the link to it to put it in the chat. Took me so fucking long. I'm back on the fucking thing now. Where the fucking hell's the share bit on here? Right, hang on. Copy. Shut that down. Do that. Right, back on. Right, that should be it. Go and click and set the reminder because I don't want people missing it after all the work that's gone into that. Flashes, that language was disgusting. Yeah, sadly, I've had to delete that bloody video. I got a copyright fucking thing for it. Right, let's get on to live chat. Thank you, CM. He said, can't wait to see it. Bergio said, fuck's sake, knocked out, then a fall from a vehicle. It's not been your week, mate. Alex said, Mike, please make a Spunk Shot Warrior hoodie. I probably could. What do you want on it? What do you want on it? Dan said, just to give you all heads up, don't eat meat or chocolate from Morrison's, Tesco, or Lidl. It's all contaminated, I'm assuming that's going to say. They're telling people to take it back to the place they got it from. All right, did not know that. John Turbo said, banging one out outside a pub. Somebody obviously had a stiff drink. Yeah, I just thought I'd tell you, Zed, and I thought it might be easier to tell you on here, but it's actually easier, the email. Yeah, it'll make sense to you, as you say. Yeah, it's just I noticed when I read it out, it was rather long because you forget what was said at the beginning that the last bit's connected to, you know what I mean? Not that you forget, but you know what I mean. I think it just flows better if I say it afterwards. Alex said, anyone else heard of stupid fishing war between the UK and France? Where the fuck is Captain Birdseye and need him? I have heard about that. I don't really know what's going on though. So yeah. All right, Darren, I'll tell my family about that. What have I done? I'll tell you what I just watched actually. Literally 15 minutes before I came on here. I watched a film called Possessor, you know. It was fucking decent as well. And I knew this but forgot and then looked on the Wikipedia afterwards about the film. The film is made by David Cronenberg's son. And it has some really, really, really good graphic violence. You know, not David Lynch. David Cronenberg nearly always has some horrible, horrific bit of violence, really fucking graphic violence. Well, his son does as well. The only thing I can put it on par with is, you know, in Hardcore Henry, there's a couple of bits with really extreme violence, close up. So you see like a knife being rammed into someone's throat, but from about 10 centimeters away, and it looks really real. Possessor is like that quite a lot. All of the violence in it, very, very, very graphic. Yeah, really fucking good actually. Like you can have people stabbed in it, but you don't often see it from about 10 centimeters away. You know what I mean? And it's virtually filling up your whole fucking screen. I see the knife go. Yeah, it's great. Proper good, very graphic violence. Richard said, Been having a go at making a game level in Dreams using stuff pre-made. Pre-made, it's easy. Hard part is moving the camera for positioning platforms and objects. I'm still gonna do all that eventually, Rich. I think I got distracted and started doing other things in the end, started playing the games, but I still want to learn to do the games eventually on there. But yeah, it looks like there's a lot to learn. But you know, you play it as a game, don't you, anyway? So yeah, so what was it you said, Darren? So meat and chocolate from Tesco's or Lidl. All right. No fucker on again tonight. Weird, isn't it? If I put a video on today or something. Oh yeah, didn't I? I put that fucking yeah, I put the premiere the thing on for the live stream today, didn't I? That's why. Yeah. And also I had to upload the trailer unlisted, so that's technically 3 things been put on today, so that's why no one's on this now. I fucking hate YouTube for that. It's weird, isn't it? You can't even look, go on fucking places like Instagram, you can literally upload all day long on that and they encourage it. Put 3 things on here and they'll only send it to one, send it out once. Such a fucked up, demented way of. You imagine having a website and then you start restricting how you share people's, oh, here's a website to share videos, but you can share them to us, but we won't actually send them to anyone. In fact, we'll hide them. Brief fire, you're right, mate. So that's why I want you to do the reminder tonight. Go and click the reminder now. Here's the link. I'd rather you leave this live stream, in all honesty, and go and click this link. I wouldn't normally say that, but I would actually rather you leave this live stream right now, click this link that I'm just about to put in, and then come back. Someone also confirm I've put the right thing on there. Go on there, look, click reminder, and then come back. That'd be a massive shame to do all that work and then I was fucking watching it, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm alright. Alex says a Dead Man's Shoes is good. Yeah, I've seen that. I really like that. Yeah, I really, really, really like Dead Man's Shoes. Yeah, what's Possessor? If you like David Cronenberg stuff, you'll like his sons, put it that way. Yeah, Brandon Cronenberg, I think it is. Really fucking good film. It's got Angela Risborough in it. She's quite a good actress. Some of the other actors I know. Oh, Sean Bean's in it, actually. I forgot he was in it. He doesn't star in it. Bojo said YouTube 10 years ago was shit hot with the messaging option. Yeah, do you remember that? Yeah, messages and responses where you could actually put a response video underneath someone else's video. So when someone watched it, your response would automatically be underneath their video. I used to love all that stuff. And they took all the features away. Do you know what? I could do a video on. I know the exact day that they did the new algorithm, because you can, if you look at my statistics, my analytics on my YouTube, right, you can see me gradually rising. Fucking massive peak it was. And then you can see the day I deleted loads of Knuckle Duster videos, right? And then over about a couple of years period, it started rising back up again. And it got to about half what it was at my proper peak. And then you can see that the day they brought the algorithm in and my videos dropped down, and then it's just been pretty much straight line for about fucking 6 years. No rising at all. They've just strangled the channel. The pricks. Thank you. I know, I'll be honest with you, Zed. I know you would have definitely watched anyway. But I know you would definitely watch. I think all of the people who've contributed would watch it, obviously. You know what I mean? But yeah. Get on there, people. Get on there. I would actually encourage you to leave this bloody thing and go and do it. And then come back, obviously. This is what I'm on about. Right, done. Right. YouTube has gone to shit. You know, I'll always still use it because it's the biggest, most decent platform there is for this kind of thing anyway, and everyone's on it. But it is a shame that they strangle your channels and that. Tactical said, not bad, Persia. Got it for less than a fiver. Got sick of waiting for WC to make me one. What's that? What are you waiting for me to make you? Where am I? Dan said, I'm really looking forward to it. Persia said, yeah, bring it back. Tactical, I saw it earlier. I'm going to leave a first comment. Alex Saint said, YouTube doesn't like anyone who can't make money. They love YouTubers who do toy reviews at 20 odd and get loads of ads. Yeah, there's a thing with that as well. Because technically, if you're making videos aimed at children, you're not actually allowed to earn any money on YouTube. So it's shit like that that aggravates me as well. So I'm not allowed to earn any money. I've never pretended, you know, other than, you know, I've always made clear what I do. Yet you can get these channels that are fucking blatantly aimed at children, and they're still earning loads and loads of money. When YouTube's own rule is, if you are doing a video aimed at children, you cannot have the rating system, comments, ads. I think literally the only thing people can do are subscribe and watch the video if your videos are aimed at children. That's why you get these things coming up. You know, when you go on people's channels and it says you can't comment, it's because they've not clicked the thing on their channel to say all of their videos are not aimed at children. Mother said, I will visit the main dealer of coal steel in my country tomorrow. He's also a good friend. I'll take some pictures of his office. And yeah, go on. That sounds excellent, mate. That sounds excellent. 25 people watching. Read what's going on here. There's a very special live stream on tomorrow. I'd appreciate it if you can click the link either in the chat, which I'll post again now, or it's at the top of the description. It's even the main video on my channel. Go and click the reminder so that you make sure you watch tomorrow. It's an approximate 2-hour video. It may be slightly longer than that. It should be fucking well, it's gonna be good, put it that way. That's what EDC leather holder. Yeah, what from your video today, yeah. CMA, how you doing, mate? You right? You could make a good horror story out of that. The Google Strangler. That's quite good, actually. Yeah. First, just all the talk of it has brought back a memory of one of the flats I lived in 20 years ago. Felt someone run their fingers through my hair, and I was alone. Looking forward to tomorrow's stream. I'll tell you one thing, right? And I'm not making this up. I'll tell you this tomorrow, right? Bob's fucking story genuinely scares the fucking shit out of me. Makes me feel really, really uncomfortable in my own home watching it. And it's actually, for me, because of my imagination, it's actually worse. Me watching that is like watching a horror film, telling his story. His is the first one. Bob's fucking thing is fucking, if you really get into it, because obviously I've had to watch all the videos. Each time I've watched it, because it's 2 years old, but I never got to play it the first time. His story is fucking horrible. Honestly, properly gives me proper fucking really horrible feeling, you know, which you would get normally if you watch a horror film. I get that from listening to Bob's story. Tactical, is anyone else getting lag? Stream looks like a dubbed movie to me. Hopefully that don't keep happening. Yeah, I don't know why that does that. I've noticed a couple of times that's been doing that lately. Carl, how you doing? Carl, you right, mate? Your videos, your clips are on there. I've put on the one of you talking, and I think I put a little bit of the other bit on. This is tomorrow's live stream. So here's the link again. Go over and click the reminder. Go over and leave this, go and click the reminder and then come back. So the link is in the description at the very top. It's in the chat, or even if you go to my channel. Actually, if I'm live streaming, this will be the main video. Rimfa said no lag here. Richard said, I noticed Joe Gibbs' latest video. He had listed items as that, listed them as kids' YouTube, I think. So people can't keep commenting and asking about the Shadowversity and possible draw. Oh, that's strange, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you'll notice if people don't click, there's 2 times it comes up. If you're not properly signed into YouTube, and if you haven't clicked the thing originally, it's going to be about 2 hours long, Carl. I can't remember where yours is on it. I think it's about halfway through. So it's going to be a bit of everything. It'll be very serious stuff, some CCTV found footage, some sort of stuff that seemed paranormal and then wasn't. There is some blatant jokes with my ads, though. I've made some fake shopping channel ads just to just because I wanted to, really, and they're pure comedy. Don't want everyone shitting their pants all night long. Yeah. That's assaulted. 6 lads outside the pub now with weapons. Matters, for fuck's sake. Right, Khalid. So yes, anyone coming on just now, don't forget there's a live stream tomorrow night, 9:30. It's saying here it's about 15 contributors. Rimford said, do you believe ghosts are real? Do you have any ideas what they might be if so? My opinion on ghosts, I don't know. I've never experienced anything paranormal, I would say. I'll mention this tomorrow, so I won't go too much into it. I would say I've never seen anything paranormal, but I have seen some weird things, and other people would say, yeah, that's paranormal. Well, you know what I mean. It's hard to explain, but put it this way: when someone says to me they've seen a ghost or they've seen any fucking weird shit, I believe that they 100% believe they have seen something. Put it that way. What they've seen, I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Khalid said, "What's your favorite horror movie villain?" I don't know. It'll be between. Well, I like the classics: Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger. I don't know. I always thought Freddy was very imaginative. Carl said, no problem. Sorry I couldn't provide more this year, but sounds good. I'll tell you what, there's always next year, isn't there, Carl? Or there's always the next Friday the 13th or something, isn't there? You know what I mean? But no, I appreciate you joining in. I managed to get enough. What I did with yours, I've got a slight fucking cold in a minute. There was a couple of shorter CCTV type ones, so I've put them together as one clip. Where am I? But yeah, favorite horror movie villain? I don't know now because now you say that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I was like Freddy because he's very imaginative. The deaths in that. And like Saint said, I feel like your body makes shit up in scary situations. Not saying it's not true though. Rimford said, fair, exactly the same. I've seen some weird shit, but nothing I couldn't explain without ghosts. And some of the stuff was really weird. Yeah, you know, it's just there's a lot of shit we probably don't know about, isn't there? I don't want to talk about too much because we're going to talk about it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Make sure you get on tomorrow. But oh, I will say what. No, we can talk about it tonight because I will say one thing. For the majority of the time, I'm going to be on camera tomorrow. I won't have to chat up because I need to keep it to a schedule. If I keep reading comments, the fucking video might be 5 hours long. So I probably won't even have to chat up while I'm on camera. And then when I play the videos, I'll talk to you via the chat. I'll tell you what, if I did have the chat, it probably would be about 5 hours long. Piece of new topic then. No, it's all right. We might as well. Khalid said mine is Candyman because he's calm. Is that supposed to be cool-blooded killer, not coke-blooded killer? Outdoor CMA said, have you read about Psycho? No, I haven't, mate. Never even heard of that. What is it? Psychomantiums. Irish ladies, right, mate. So do you like push daggers, Mike? Can you show some? I do like push daggers. They're actually illegal to own in the UK now, though. You can't even own a push dagger now. In 2019, they banned 21 items to own, even in your own home. And if you look just there, where my finger is, push daggers is one of them. Yeah, so I ain't got no push daggers, mate, sadly. But I've always liked push daggers, though. Evil things. Carl said, Evil Dead film classic, but so funny at the same time. Exactly. Oh, I'm a big fan of Evil Dead. Evil Dead's Carl. I bought this. I've seen all of these, but I bought that recently. The Ash versus the Evil. That's good. If you like the Evil Dead films, Carl, you would definitely like that. They're as good as the films. I've got all of the Evil Deads, yeah. Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. In fact, I have 2 copies of the Evil Dead. I like it so much. Alex Henton said, Ghost Stories with WC. Where's that gone? But first, thanks to our sponsors, Rage, Shadow Legends. I get offered that shit all the time, but not Raid Shadow Legends, but other things. But I don't believe half of them are real, so I don't do it. Rim first said, also a fake horror film, Wood in Black. Khalid said, if I was in the Purge movie, what weapons would you have? Don't know. Crossbow. What's that? Oh, I've moved my light near the fucking thing, you know. That's what that was. Don't know. I'd probably have to steal some of some people so I could have some firearms. Crossbow, warhammer, some kind of short sword, plenty of armor, shields, helmet. Decent jump, you right, mate? He said, "Hi, mate. I finally connected fast enough for live streams, thanks to Elon Musk, Starlink. Nice one, nice one." Right, while I'm here, and while there's not while I'm here, but while you lot are here, and there's quite a few people on, there's a Halloween special coming on tomorrow. Here's a quick trailer for it. It's 30 seconds long. Do not piss off. It's 30 seconds. That was my hand that got cut off. It's funny now. Mike's got a piece of paper waiting for someone to ask about the offensive weapons ban. It's actually worse than that. It's just in case I ever get a visit, I can actually say to the police, these are the things that banned, none of that. Learn your own fucking rules. Sing S, you right, mate? CMA said psychomentiums, whatever it is, are special mirror rooms with ancient people in Greece used to communicate with spirits. It's a room with a chair under a sloped mirror. No, that sounds fascinating, actually. I like that kind of stuff. Tactical, only full-bodied apparition I've seen was at local castle at night. Soldier standing on the battlements, looking medieval, wearing chainmail. Isn't that weird as fuck? Weird as fuck. Persia said, legal disclaimer, everything on this stream is purely for entertainment purposes only and educational. Exactly. Susan said, do you know any good stab-resistant vests for security? I would say, it depends how much money do you want to spend, Susan. John Page, right, mate? Ted said, push daggers are illegal, but don't worry, you can still have daggers. You can use normal stabbing motions. Dean Jump said, as it's Halloween, do you believe in the afterlife? I don't think there is. Not the kind of one that most people. Nah, I don't think so. I'd like there to be. Who wouldn't? I'd love there to be a fucking afterlife, but I don't know. You know, who fucking wouldn't want there to be? But there's nothing suggesting it is in my eyes. Rimford said, getting a Blair Witch feeling from that trailer. Yeah, it's all right. It's just, for me, it has a Blair Witch style and sort of 70s sort of style to it. I am going to put slow mode on for a little bit. Not long, but I'm struggling to keep up today. Maybe 20 seconds. Should slow people down a bit now. You know me. Actually, one of my favourite horror films is the Blair Witch Project, saying that. It's my all-time favourite found footage film. Felice said, craziest thing I ever saw on Halloween was kids in a clown mask fighting fireworks at each other. I've done that, except we was wearing balaclavas. Sing says, saw George collaborate with a wild woman bushcraft today for self-defense videos. Our shark guns legally in the UK. Well, I don't know what that is. Or is that a misprint? Pete said, going to wear my vampire teeth to work tomorrow. Nice one. Well, yeah, actually, while you're at work, while you're working. Stay right, mate. Carl said, I'm in the position next week to buy a full-size crossbow. Was after a £175 Jaguar, but seemed to be sold out. But Panther, same spec. Any alternative? Where are you buying it from, Carl? You're going to buy it from a website or a I'll be honest with you, there's loads of them that are very similar. If you message me, I might be able to sort you out a bit easier. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, the good thing with full-size crossbows, Carl, there's so many to pick from. You can't really go wrong with them. You know, they're all right. Whereas the pistols, the only real full power pistols, as powerful as they claim to be, are the Redback Tomcat 2. And the Tron. The Tron is actually slightly less than it says, but it's still more powerful than the old £80 ones. Decent Jumper said, have you ever had that feeling when you're in bed and someone sat at the end of your bed when you look down there? I haven't had that exact feeling. I'll tell you what, listening to Bob's video last night, it put the fucking shits at me and I had to lock my bedroom door. I'm not just saying that, I fucking mean it. It's something that he tells a story very well. And I've got a very, very vivid imagination. So what he's saying, I can actually picture myself there, why it's happening, how you'd feel. You know what I mean? Yeah. Spear guns. I'm not sure. Yeah, spear guns are legal, but I've heard spear guns aren't as good as you think they are, and they perform a lot better underwater, put it that way. Rich said, Mike, you got the Blair Witch Project game. I looked into it, Rich, and it didn't look very good. Because I could have got it recently for about £7. It looked terrible, in all honesty. Yeah, it didn't even look worth £7 to me. It might have been about 15 quid, because £7 I'd buy it. But it looked fucking terrible. Yeah, message me, Carl, and I'll be able to sort you out a little bit easier then, because I could go and you could tell me the exact one you wanted, and then I could probably go and get you some links. Khalid said, fun fact, King James banned Halloween because he wanted people to celebrate bonfire nights. Is that true? I didn't know that. That's interesting, actually. Rimfer said, I've had that. Probably sleep paralysis. But I've seen some horrible stuff in my room in the middle of the night. Seems now similar to a spear gun, but size of a pistol, with 2 spikes in the front. Supposed to be popular in Germany. I have never heard of those. I'll be honest with you, I only watch very select videos of George's. I do sub in, but a lot of those bigger channels, I subscribe to a few of them. I only watch about 5% of their videos, because most of them I can tell straight away are a load of bollocks, or you know. Something I've not really got much interest in because they're just sort of trying to sell something or something. You know what I mean? Tactical says Mike, be thankful it wasn't Jim Ann. He's an actor. Exactly. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to have a good imagination, but I can really, really get into things. And sat here last night listening to it. Fuck, I did. I locked my door because it just started. Yeah, may not think the same, but I thought, yeah. He shows you a little map of the house and everything. And like saying, to anyone had sleep paralysis? I've never had sleep paralysis. I think I've had it once. Proper scary shit, like being paralyzed awake in the night. Glenn said my favorite horror movie is Resident Evil 4. Terrifying, great weapon. Yeah, you know what I like? I like all the Resident Evil films. They go a bit mental as they go on, but I think that's what that's what Resident Evil is. It's sort of zombie gore weapon porn sort of thing. They're just fun. I like all of them, but they do get more and more mental as they go along. I've not seen the last one yet, though. Jeans and Jumper said, what's the worst nightmare that you can remember having? I've had a couple where I've been crushed to death, to the degree where I've actually felt my head being crushed between a sort of floor and a ceiling. And the moment my head actually crushed in, I woke up. And I've had that. And I had the most amazingly vivid alien invasion dream that I actually genuinely thought was real while it was happening. The whole sky was full of, flying saucers and shit and spaceships and jets trying to fight them and all this shit. And there was all a great big battle going on in the fucking sky. And then suddenly I was in one of the alien ships and it started to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink until it crashed me to death. Yeah. But I don't know about worst. Because the worst nightmares I've had was probably when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Right. There's a couple of people chatting to each other, so I'll probably just go over that. Aramis said, is it worth putting a laser scope on a redback? That's up to you. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can shoot a lot quicker with a you can do a bit of hip fire with a laser. So yeah, I know a lot of people who do. Clint said last one was okay, gore, but terrible gore. A perfect gore, but terrible gore. Decent Jumper said, that's weird. I've had similar, but it's a massive dog crushing my head. There was another one where I got crushed to death. I was in a warehouse full of wood. It was just a warehouse full of wood, but the wood was on wooden shelves being propped up by pieces of wood. One of those pieces of wood fell away, and I got crushed to death. And I felt my head cave in, and as my head caved in, I woke up. But as a kid, I used to have multiple falling dreams where I'd either hit the ground. Most of the time, I'd hit the ground, just wake up. But I've had that in multiple nights. But I think that's because one of the things we used to do as a kid, we used to absolutely love doing it. My dad would park his lorry in the drive, and it'd be full of leaves. We would then climb up onto like it's not the roof, but like a second, first story roof. Run along and jump into the van. And also, I used to love jumping off my shed roof. So I spent a lot of my time jumping off things. So I must have, I know what the feeling of falling feels like. You know what I mean? I don't know if that sort of sounds weird, but we used to do loads of jumping off things. We used to stand at the top of the stairs, put a load of blankets at the bottom, and jump the full length of the stairs down into these blankets. Which is reasonably, it's a reasonable distance. That must be, how long would a set of average stairs be? 15 feet, maybe? As a kid, you could easily get down that. I used to love jumping off things. Outdoor Sport said, Mr. X Resident Evil 2 is fucking terrifying. I'll tell you what, and he said, never normally get creeped out. That's another kind of nightmare I have. A weird being followed and stalked by a killer like that. And normally it's the fucking Terminator. The cunt never gets me though. But yeah. But I would often have dreams of being constantly followed. Can't run properly. Bojo said, anyone ever had the work dream? You dream you have a normal, boring day at work, and you wake up and you still have to go to work. No, but I've had a couple of classic sort of stupid dreams like that. I have had when I was in prison for a little bit, I did have a dream that I wasn't in prison, and I was like, yeah, you know, and I woke up, realized I was in my fucking cell still, and I was fucking gutted. That's had the shortest power in history. Exactly. Fuck's sake. Oh, fucking hell. I probably have had dreams being at work though. Rimfer said that's common nightmare crushing. There's loads of medieval paintings showing demons sitting on people's chest. Alex said I hate nightmares where you fall in. Yeah, I don't really have falling ones very often. I have a weird. I think it must be an anxiety dream. I have this weird anxiety dream that I can't lock my back and front door. And it makes me really, in the dream, I'm really, really, really fucking paranoid that someone's coming in the house. And no matter what I do, I'll go down and I'll put the door handle up, lock it, door locks. And then as soon as I walk away and turn around, the door is open again. Fucking drives me mad. I'm just going to take a couple of paracetamols. I don't have nightmares nowadays, but the monkey I had one years and years ago still haunts me. What was that one said? Have you told us about that? I think you have, haven't you? Outdoor said, I think the inspiration behind Mr. X was the term. I'd imagine it was, because it's very similar, isn't it? A relentless stalking thing that sort of can't be killed. Clean said, I've never really had nightmares. Anyone just frustrating dreams because it's scarier. Comes I can destroy them. I'm a trained fighter. Well, in my dreams, I will often, I've caved plenty of people's heads in with hammers and shit in my dreams all the time. But, I mean, a bit like that Terminator. He never gets me. I always manage to get away. But anything where it's sort of an attacking thing, I'll normally eventually manage to get some kind of weapon and smash their head in with it. Persia said the work dream is depressing as fuck. Waste of a dream, exactly. I do have very sort of fucking monotonous dreams sometimes, though. Carl said, see, in medieval times, people thought demons were coming into bedrooms. And in the 70s, it was grey aliens. That's true. Yeah, that's interesting, that, Carl. Yeah, it's funny how, yeah, you're exactly right. Different eras, new sort of things come about. Because there wasn't any aliens coming into you abducting people till it was about 70s, wasn't it? I've read about that. T800, TOO, yeah, exactly. And that sense, I hate dreams where you can't focus on one thing. Say driving a car, the car falls into a hole. So yeah, I've told you about it before. It was the one with the horrid thing with the Wizard man whispers they're coming. I can't remember now, but I remember. I'm pretty sure you had told me. Oh, my fucking knees playing up, man. Rimfoot said, I was in the army for a while, in nightmares. I usually got a firearm and I'll use them, but they always have stoppages and fail to stop anything. That's typical, isn't it? Yeah, very bizarre, very bizarre. But it's sort of typical of a dream, isn't it? I like that. Khalid said, worst nightmare I've had. I was a soldier in a Starship Trooper, except it was animated. The giant alien tarantulas I was fighting against. They're bizarre, aren't they? Oh, I love a good old weird dream. Have you all gone over and clicked the reminder yet? I hope you bloody well have. You're gonna make me play the trailer again. Did you not know I've only got one hand? Tactical said the best dream is when the missus is being a bitch and you wake up and you're alone. Fuck's sake. That also said, evil laugh sounds just like the one I do often while in the shower. You know, I don't even know where I got that from now. Decent job for stoppage dreams. Sounds like pillow hands. Yeah, dream. You have a dream fight where hits are slow and useless. Alex Saint said, lucid dreaming is weird when you can fully control your dreams. Imagine going to bed and being able to imagine anything. It feels realistic. I've had a couple of lucid dreams because you can train yourself to lucid dream. But it can sort of fuck up if it makes sense. And I remember Matt was training because I've done it only mildly because I wondered as well if I really wanted to. But Matt did some attempts to do lucid dreaming, and then I think started lucid dreaming and then sort of lost control of it and had, he said, the worst, most vivid, horrible nightmare he's ever had in his entire life. But yeah, I've definitely had a couple of full-on sort of lucid dream, but you can train yourself to do it, and it sounds amazing if you could do it like every night. It's all about you have to most of how to lucid dream is you have to have a set image that you have to talk about it to yourself every day. So you have a clock and you'll say, I can't remember exactly what it is, but you have to realize that clock you can see in the real world is real. You can see the hands moving and you focus on a thing. So you become aware whether the clock is real or not. And then in your dream, because you're concentrating on the clock so often, you'll probably see the clock in your dream. And you'll then, at one point, be able to realize, because the clock isn't doing what it's supposed to do, it's not just the clock, but this is just one of the things. You can realize in your dream that you're dreaming. And then at that point, you may just wake up anyway, but you can take control of it. You're right, Nick. How you doing, Nick? Clean said there was a guy called Jamie Morgan Kane who suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, veteran from Vietnam, who ended up attacking actors in Haunted House event when they were doing a scene on the Vietnam War. Yeah, that sounds totally. Yeah, I could imagine that happened. 100%. Carl said, after watching the last Skinwater Ranch series, it looks like all the paranormal activity is just one thing fucking with us humans. Yeah, it could be, isn't it, Carl? Bizarre, isn't it? Decent jump. You have a lot of lucid dreams, do you? Nice. I have some good. If I ever have. Right, so if I sleep about an hour longer than I normally do, I'll have very vivid dreams. I think it's because you're not quite as asleep, so you sort of start remembering them a bit more. Mother said, best video on YouTube is Hitler's lucid dream. Right, I'll check that out. Zed said, wouldn't it be weird if what we think our dreams are real life and what we think real life is actually... I've often thought that, how bizarre that would be. Yeah. Or maybe you're having a glimpse into the real world, which is the dream. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, bizarre, isn't it? Tactical said, worse for me is deja vu. I get it so strong, it physically gets... Really? Probably having deja vu now, because we've had these exact conversations before, apart from the deja vu bit. Alex said, yeah, heard people who had terrifying nightmares from lucid dreaming. Sounds cool. Oh, it does. I would love to try it again, but I just can't be asked with the... Because to do proper lucid dreaming, you do have to train your mind to it. You do have to work at it. To do it, to really do it properly. Yeah. Decent jump to the downside is I don't feel switched off. It's like living two lives. I bet it is. Exactly. Alex Saint, no, yeah, Alex Saint said the Z. I have that thought once a while. Like you just wake up from a coma or something. Yeah, I thought it. You do also realise, though, you do all know that we're living in the Matrix, don't you? So none of this is real. Clear till I hate deja vu because I get fixated. Why I have it. Yeah. There you go. That's the afterlife. We'll wake up from this and we'll be in the fucking Matrix, and it'll be a completely different thing. Right, gone quiet. Tactful, yeah, sounds weird. First time was a few years ago in a local park. I ended up on my knees. Not kidding. That's weird, isn't it? That's proper weird. What did it do to you then? That's bizarre. Mother, send that video to me via Twitter and I'll have a look later. Well, actually, the Matrix thing does actually question it for me. Like, why are we here? What's after this? Yeah, exactly. So there's a theory that when we dream, our minds actually go to a different dimension. Not sure I like that idea. Yeah, that's actually genuinely fascinating. I like all that kind of stuff. It's all theories, but still fascinating, isn't it? Exactly, Carl. So they're all just made of stardust. Exactly. Technically, we are, aren't we? Really? Yeah. Well, the problem is, Mother, if I click it here, I can't watch it anyway. So I can see the link you sent, but I'm live streaming, so I can't watch it. It's up to you. I just meant if you send it to Twitter, I could watch it later. If you have to go off, leave it. Send me it later. You don't have to be now. But yeah. No, I saw the link. I suppose I could click it and just have it play, and it'll be in my playlist then. Yeah, leave it at that. That'll be in my history now. I was saying tactical. What is it? What does it actually do to you then? That's weird. Suppose if everything goes black and the credits run, then the word stage 2 appears. I fucking hope so, mate. I hope so. Imagine if this was just level 1. That'd be fucking brilliant. Can it only get better, or is it just going to get harder? Don't know. Maybe stage 2, you have to do this forever. Well, until you can't do it anymore.
Okay, dokie. Well, this is my workout routine.
One day, I'm going to put that into like an hour. I'm just going to cut out the end bit and just going to have an hour's footage of that. This is a little trick thing. Please, I hate it when I realise I'm dreaming because I want to wake up because I'm scared I'm going to be late for work. Jed said to Carl, I used to work with a girl whose tits must have been made from some kind of supernova. There's waves of dizziness and feels like being crushed. Guess I'm just not. That's bizarre, isn't it? That's really weird. Really weird. Carl said there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than I've dreamt of in your philosophy. Well, that's it. That's what I was getting at sort of earlier. There's so much fucking shit that we probably can't even see or sense. I reckon there's animals that can see colours that we can't even see. How the fuck do you even imagine a colour that you can't see? I can't. What the fuck would it be? I can't even. I physically cannot even imagine a colour that I cannot see. Peter, that's how you get diarrhea. First, yes, a new game plus. Get all your equipment from the previous. Now that would be fucking good. Yeah, all your knowledge. Rimford said, hard to disprove all those theories, but some of them are so crazy. Like this world being all there is, and there being no afterlives, actually a relief. Cleans a terrible workout routine. JBO, how you doing, Jimmy? Right, mate? CMA said, I believe that if the population was similar to numbers in that way, it was up to 1,500 years ago that reincarnation would be legitimate. But because of the huge mass overpopulation, it's no go. But put the sound on. Put the sound of a diarrhea clip over it. I'll have to do that. It's a diarrhea clip and about an hour's worth of that, just non-stop. Alex said, I still find it mental that we see stars millions of years ago in our present time. Like space is more different right now. But can't see it. Exactly. Yeah, it's amazing, really, isn't it? So actually, the slingshot warrior thing could be in a horror movie. Someone possessed by an exorcised demon. He said, if anything, hope heaven's big enough, because all I want to do is live in a mansion, like Scarface. That's right. Oh, God. Slingshot would be loving this. Talking about heaven and stuff. It'd be fucking ideal. Fucking, you know. Except he came on yesterday fucking moaning that the chat was too fucking English for him. Fucking felt like chucking him out the stream for that shit. Fucking dickhead. JBO said, not so good, mate, to be honest. How's things? Oh, sorry to hear that, Jim. Fucking hell. All right. I ain't too bad in all honesty. Side's better and all that. But yeah, well, whatever's going on, Jim, you know, gets better or whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, sorry to hear that, mate. Tactical said, just saw your previous comment. That's how I feel. But going to leave it there. I'll purge you, though. Let me read that. I don't know. Alex said, gonna head off. So you fuckers are going to give me a nightmare. Alright, so I'll see you later, mate. Renfrew said, you what, mate? Too English. Almost choked on my grace. The thing is, I couldn't actually believe he said that because all he does on his own streams is talk about fucking England half the time and goes on about how all of his fans are fucking English. Then comes on here and says that. I know he was probably joking anyway. He's a wind-up merchant. Freddie, how you doing, mate? Better be a good comment, Freddie, or otherwise I'm deleting it. You better be scared, mate. You better be fucking scared. You're going to be able to stay up late enough, though. Joking. Richard said, I'm sure an exorcist demon would be the worst thing in Slingshot's mind. It could make him work on the Sabbath. JBO said, I suppose we need an exorcist. Exorcisism. Or exercises. That's it. Fucking hell. That's quite difficult to say, in all honesty. Carl said to Alex Saint, said, I've had the privilege to see clear sky, and seeing a sky full of stars is truly humbling. Yeah, because if you get to the right areas, you can see amazing sort of stars, can't you? You know, any suburban area, you'll see an all right amount, but not as many as you can actually see, innit? I know what you mean there, Carl. Cleed said, have you seen Slashes on Netflix? Great gore fight scenes. I haven't. I don't mind checking it out. I'll check that. Is it called Slashers? French maybe, but I think I'm out of the family. So I may have to watch it Monday. I'm kidding with you, Freddie, anyway. Yeah, you know what's to repeat, can't you? You know what I mean? I'll make sure there's no spoilers in the comments. Just don't watch the chat. Although saying that, no, the chat depends how it shows it. You know what I mean? Maybe for a couple of days I'll disable the chat replay. I don't know, I might not bother. But yeah, feel free to message me, Jim, JBO, if you want someone to talk to, if you know, I know you've got family and that, ain't you? But you know, sometimes family, you know, sometimes you can talk to someone else, can't you? So feel free to talk to me if you want to. Rimford said, best views on stars was sleeping at the peak of Snowdon. After about midnight, it was crazy clear. It was like being in space. Yeah, I've never seen it personally, but I've always seen pictures of that, and it does look amazing what you can see. Jeans and Jumper said, I live in Western Island. Stars are incredible from the Midlands, where the sky glows orange. Little bit because I watched that Don't Fuck with Cats thing. It's quite good. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I was actually convinced that wasn't even real for most of it. Now, you're welcome, Jim, because I know you do the same for me. So, yeah. Oh, I fucking got that little bastard, and it fucking on mine and flew off. That must have got between a little crack in my fucking skin. So there's a little fucking fly in here. I don't know where it keeps coming from. Well, it can't be the same one. But I don't know why. There's nothing in here that would attract flies. Although saying that, unless I've got a bottle of like apple cider vinegar over there, maybe that's not quite sealed up properly. I might have to put that downstairs or something. That's the only thing I can think of it might be. Freddie said, I don't know if you saw Instagram DMs, but I guess you were out last week. Yeah. Well, last week was my dad's actual proper burial and funeral. Buried his ashes and had the funeral after 18 months. So that's why I was out. That said, the best view of stars I've ever had was when the Greys took me. Mind you, the anal probing wasn't nice. Fuck's sake. Outdoor said, perhaps dolphins will be worthy successors to humans. Wait a minute. Carl said, them little bastard flies are fast. I'll tell you what, Carl, caught the fucker then. It was actually just there and it fucking flew off after I put my hands apart. Fucking indestructible as well. Yeah, I reckon it's that little. I'm gonna have to put that bottle of fucking vinegar somewhere else. Anyone wondering why I've got a bottle of apple cider vinegar? They're supposed to be a good remedy for gout. I haven't had gout for fucking 3 or 4 years anyway, but I like to keep that stuff just in case it starts coming on, because I've never took medication for it. I'd rather just, change my diet and that. But the problem is, I think, depending on what you're like mentally, you end up getting tablets and then you still just eat all the crap. You better change your diet, ain't you? Nick said, for anyone in Scotland, the Aurora Borealis is at KP strength of 6 tonight. So you might be able to see it if you live somewhere without too much light pollution. Yeah, I always get excited, Nick, every single time they say parts of Britain might be able to see the Northern Lights. And then I get all excited and it says Scotland. Why don't they just say Scotland in the first place? Getting me all excited all down here. Dad said the rim for, I think, if you think about it, we are all in space on a relatively speaking small chunk of rock, moving at incredible speed and traveling through the galaxy. You're right there, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this galaxy is moving through the universe, isn't it? Because there's the amount of there's fucking billions of galaxies, aren't there, in the universe? Fraser, I'm sorry, I completely forgot about that. That's all right. I just thought I'd say, you know me, I'm a bit sort of not blunt, but that's what I was doing. So I just thought I'd say, you know what I mean? That's all right. Dactyl said, how to tell if it's a common fly or a WC fly. WC fly has an EDC knife. Yeah, I would have been bleeding from it, wouldn't I? Little Picker said, when you swat a mosquito and there's blood all over your hand. Oh, that's my blood. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, the planet is fine. The people are fucked. So, get on and watch Possessor. Possessor. If you haven't seen, who's seen Possessor? Possessor. Possessor. Angela Risborough, I think her name is in it. Proper decent, and had some really graphic close-up violence. So, you know what I mean by that, don't you? But yeah, the only thing I could describe is people being stabbed in the neck, but it actually shows it almost full screen from about 10 centimeters away. That kind of stuff. Love all that. Remfa said, I reckon we just can't comprehend the scale of the universe. Our brains are only evolved to recognize the immediate area. We got way too clever for what we're meant to do. Top Hat Man and E Honda, how you doing? You two all right? Zed said, so we are in fact moving through space and time while you're watching the stream. Who needs a fucking TARDIS? Carl said, best night sky I've ever seen was in Kenya on the equator. Down in the Falkland Island. Yeah, I bet that was fucking excellent. Yeah. Amazing. But yeah, I'm all right, E Honda. I'm all right. I'm going to do a Halloween special tomorrow. So read this, you lot. It'll probably be the afternoon for the Americans. Yeah, here's a little trailer. Do not go away. It's about 30 seconds long. Little Pig said, we evolved living in communities of maybe 100 people. Never going more than 10 miles from home. Anything more than that, our brains explode. But I know what you mean, though. I do know what you mean. E Hunter just got home from work, fucking tired. Do you make you work on a Saturday, do they? Fucking hell. Or do you have a weekday off as well, or you just been, doing a bit of overtime? Top Batman tonight, the universe is colossal. Yeah, I've got some images of. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll put it on here. I don't know if I've got it on here though, but somewhere I've got an image of, like the universe, or it shows Earth, then it shows the solar system, then it shows the Milky Way, and then it shows the Milky Way inside that sort of system, and then that in another, and it gets so fucking big that, no, I don't think I've got it on here. It must be on my PlayStation 3 or something. Hey, work weird days, do you, E Honda? Freddie said the night sky is beautiful at my grandparents. They're 2.5 miles down a country road. Yeah, I bet that is quite nice. Zed said to Persia, the way Mike drinks, he probably wouldn't notice the bugger till he'd swallowed it. What was Persia saying? I've missed that. Oh, if Mike found that in his beer, he would lift it out and tell it to spit it out. Probably would. The fucker's coming back again. JBO said, see you guys. See you later, guys. Catch you on the next one. Are you coming on tomorrow, Jim? There's the Halloween special tomorrow. Don't miss it. Click that link and do the reminder. Don't miss that. Mother said, if you have a decent PC, you can download something called Space Engine. All right, I'll look into that. Freddie said, see the Big Dipper and stuff like that all the time. When I'm is that lamping lamping for rabbits and rats. John's life, how you doing? He said, hello, my favourite cunts. Ehon said, if you could buy any semi-auto gun in the world, what would you get? I don't know. That's a difficult one. Maybe one of those. I think that was an M4. I can't remember that. So AR-15 or M4. AR-15. Oh, I got blasted that time. Fucking little fucking fly does me around the fucking bend. Not sure, E100. I used to know all of the guns years ago and I used to read the books, but I can't. I've lost all my knowledge on them now. I can't even remember what's what half the time. Persia said, fuck's sake, I spend all night doing this. It fucking seems to want to. Maybe it's because I've just put the alcohol in my hands. Yeah, Mike. Persia said, I like the table leg theory. The solar system looks like an atom. So we're just a table leg or something. I've often thought that myself, that why not? Why, we could just be a tiny part of something massive, or it just could be, because as you say, it looks exactly the same, don't it? Top Hat Man said it's once they get past the solar system, even, and you're like, who the fuck finds this out and how? Little Picker said, try asking random people how far away they think. I got the cunt then. Finally, fucking dirty little bastard. Hang on. That cunt has been pissing me off all fucking day. Right, where are we? Top Hat Man says, no. Little Pig said, try asking random people how far away they think the sun is. Get some really strange answers. Zed said, Persia, if we're an atom, I hope it's not a matchstick or some fucker wants a smoke. Well, that's the thing. I often thought, see, because the thing is, if we was part of an atom, see, our entire whole existence of the whole entire universe to us is billions and billions of years. But to them, that might be 5 minutes sort of thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because of the size difference. Pete said, got my Mora knife blanks. Should be a fun project. If they look good, I'll sell them on Etsy. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, sounds good. That's a dirty gas. Rennie said, just put some shorts on my legs are cut to shreds after beating in the brambles all day. 30 quid. That's good. Yeah, so I earn a bit of money in it. Carl said, got a gammon joint and a slow cooker. Take the Linders tomorrow. Smells good. Could end up on bread cake. Yeah, nice. That sounds good, Carl. That sounds good. Pete said, that was just the baby one. I think it's a fruit fly. There's little fruit flies keep getting in here somehow. And I suspect it's probably that bottle of fucking vinegar I've got in here. It must be, smell must be leaking out because it's normally vinegar that will attract things. Mother said the best YouTuber about astronomy is probably Anton Petrov. I love his videos because he explains everything just right. Yeah, that sounds good. You want it to be sort of explained simply, but in still the right way. You know what I mean? Persia, time is relative. That made a small disabled man very famous. Right, Steve, how you doing, mate? You right? He's doing me a favour, Carl, because I hate the old food talk late at night. Especially if you're trying to lose weight. Freddie said, I'm 10 quid for skinning some birds. That's all right, isn't it? That's all right, yeah. Right, and you know how to do it then as well. North Flashshot said, isn't it true that at subatomic levels, the laws of time and physics don't work? I think so. There's some weird shit like that. So that's what I mean. Why not, the time that we have, this is getting into weird theories now, but the time that we've had in the the universe, the known universe, to something else could literally be a split fucking second. Why not? You know what I mean? Maybe what we're experiencing now is some kind of, with the Big Bang, but to anything bigger than that, it's like a split second. But to us, it's been, I don't know. Crazy box builder, how are you? Yes, don't forget the Halloween video tomorrow. Did I say hello, Steve? There's another fucking fly in here. There must be more of them. I'm going to have to get rid of that fucking vinegar. I'm going to spend all night doing this. John said, if we're part of an atom, split it. I won't laugh. Crazy said that £10 was soon spent on the 10 o'clock F word. What you lot got planned tomorrow? I don't know. Evening, I'll obviously be on here. I might watch a couple of films. Supposed to be changing a fucking sink, but keeps getting put off. But I've made the original sink, bathroom basin, so you can use it still. Sing said, or space could all be a conspiracy. Flat Earth theories. Fucking hell, don't start that one. Tat said, you need a rolled up razzle there, obviously. I can't win tonight. The little fuckers. I don't know where they're coming from, but the only thing I think of is either there's something in my bin that I don't know. Crazy bot builder, you need a bug or something. I've seen them, yeah. Little sort of egg that she's salt in it. Looks like her Nerf gun. SAK Night 4, you right, Stu? How you doing, mate? Don't forget to put the reminder on for tomorrow's stream. Yeah, I'll put the link on for you if you want. Click that and go and do it. I assume you probably would have anyway, Stu. But yeah. Pete's. You dirty, dirty boy. Fuck's sake. Just the thought of that makes me feel slightly ill. Outdoor said, I'm going to head off now. I think. Got stuff to do before. Good night, mate. See you later. Tactical says, see those spiders would be very handy around now. Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's the issue. I'll get rid of the spiders too well. Because a Bigfoot UFO ghosts becoming intertwined with dimensions and portholes. Catman said, hey, mate, ever tried throwing that knife in your... No, I haven't. Hello, by the way. No, I've never thought of throwing that one. Maybe I'll have to make a big old fucking throwing knife like that. That's homemade, by the way. That was originally a bill hook. Sheath's homemade as well. Jetson, I'm going to do a little bit of shopping and I'm going to sit down and listen to Karnaki stories on horror babble. Nice. I said, oh no, I read that, didn't I? Steve said, was meant to be putting the new light switch in the garage, got distracted watching films instead. Have any of you lots, I asked this earlier, Possessor. Have you seen Possessor by Brandon Cronenberg, I think it is? It's David Cronenberg's son, put it that way. Axe said, never fear, the ginger is here. Yeah, nice, isn't it, Carl? Yeah, that was a it was a bill hook, but I modded it into this. Made the pommel. That was an existing brass guard, but that wouldn't be difficult to make. And the leather handle was actually the original handle that the bill hook came with. So originally it was a big old swept down thing, but yeah, I thought that would be better. It's a reasonably thick blade as well. not like the old thin. I don't mind the old thin machete stuff, but this one's cheap as well though. Because see, if you wanted to buy something like that, that would probably cost you. How much would something like that cost you? At least 50 quid, wouldn't it? I think 50, 70 quid, I'd say, depending on what with a fucking nice leather sheath, probably 80 quid, 80, 90 quid, I'd say, with a sheath like that. I think that whole thing, leather is reasonably expensive for what it is, but I reckon this whole thing probably cost about 30 quid to make. That's why I make them, because I'm not spending 100 quid on a fucking knife when I could spend, 30 quid. But I said, big news on UFOs coming out in the next few weeks. CIA documents getting released to the public. You reckon we should do another UFO video then? Little picture. People think of space as being full of stars, planets, and moons, and atoms as being a nuclei and electrons and stuff. Both consist mostly of vast expanses of nothing. Well, exactly. That's it. That is it. They are. Carl said the weight cuts through. Exactly, Carl. Tactical said, if made by our German friend, 3K. Yeah, exactly. And it would have been from an original little fucking thing that cost 5 quid. Top Hat Man said, always like the Rambo First Blood of yours for some reason. Yeah, that's up there, but it's not on this banner. Catman said, did you see the Raven R18 crossbow? It has the limbs in a different vertical position. So it's real combat. I have seen that. Crazy Bot Builder, I've tried that with yours, but it didn't work. What's that? What have you tried? Oh, the tag thing. Oh, it's because you haven't put his full name in. You have to put Freddie Tomlinson in. If you're on a computer, when you start typing it in, I think it comes up, doesn't it? But you have to, if you're on a phone, you have to write it exactly as it's written. So you'd have to put Freddie space Tomlinson with the fucking things at the front. See, now Freddie's accidentally fucked yours up by not putting a gap after the builder and the O. Steve said 2020, the Possessor. Yes, it. Yes. Good one, Mike. Where they take out people's minds to give it. That's it. Yeah, good, isn't it? Good bit of the violence and the gore in it. I thought was really good, and very realistic. Actually, wasn't it? Yeah, good film, that, isn't it? That is the one, Steve. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I watched it about half an hour before the live stream. Yeah, you'd have to do what if you can copy and paste on a phone easily. Copy and paste their name and then put an at first. I just want to try something quickly. Does my display name come up if I click this? Oh, yeah, it does. I was just curious. It never has the names on. I don't want them on anyway. But it's good when you have guests on. They know who it is then. So I said I expect them to look like this. So, with the gaps or not. Me, I recommend watching Possessor. Top Hat Man said The Walking Dead wasn't half bad. A few hatchets to the head and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Watch this. It's what I like. Why I like it's a bit different to your normal. I like a bit of gore, but sometimes when it's an extremely close up and you see like a fucking knife going at someone's neck from about 10 centimeters away, and you can actually see where it looks like real skin. I love all that kind of stuff. Because it's horrible. You know what I mean? I love it because it's horrible. It makes you think. But yeah. It was very good bit of violence. It's hard to explain unless the only thing I can compare it to is a couple of scenes in Hardcore Henry where it's like that. Very close up, realistic violence. But I haven't seen Walking Dead to know. Well, I've seen a little bit of Walking Dead. Most of the bits I saw in Walking Dead it had I don't suppose it's all like this, but it had quite a lot of CGI special effects. This stream is stroke inducing. We are not entertained. So I'm going to find that now for you two.
Are you not entertained?
Pete said, like the bit in Rambo, he rips out that gospel. I think it's hard. I don't know what it is, but there's certain. That doesn't ring a bell, Pete, for some reason. But it's hard for me to say. But sometimes I don't know. This just seems really fucking. There's something about it seems more realistic. You know what I mean? Some violence can be very gory, but it doesn't look real. If that makes sense. I think because in this it was all very plain stabbing. It wasn't nothing fancy, if that makes sense. So it just seemed more real. Does that make sense? It's hard to explain what I mean, unless I could really compare it to something. Carl said, "What do you think of the theory that us humans were made as slaves to mine gold for the ETs? We then kicked off like football hooligans, and they led it back to." I didn't know that one, Carl. Actually, I didn't know that one, but yeah, that sounds interesting. Why not? Why not? Been so long that we don't know. You know what I mean? Lost the history of it. The one that we're some kind of experiment or we've been planted on Earth, quite an interesting one. I do believe in evolution, though. But yeah, why not? Mother said, Mike, I need to make a video on how to switch the safety on the Redback to your handmade aluminium safety. All right, well, the problem is I've got to start making them first. Little Picker said there's a musical posted on Leto yesterday about a taxidermist woman who advertises for Amanta stuff. Really? Top Hat Man said in the earlier season it was all CGI, sadly, but all the episodes advanced and the profits reached 100 million. They upped it, did they? Pete said, yeah, I get you. Stu said the beheading bit in Terrifier looked good. Yeah, the only thing I can compare this to, I don't know, but watch Possessor and have a look at someone watch Possessor and have a look at the violence in it, the the stabbings and shit, and I don't know, there's just something about them. Fucking shitloads of blood, and it just seems it's just really well done in a realistic way, not over the top. Not over the top. It just seems real. Very well done. Maybe they've tried to do that because I like over the top gore, guts coming out and all that, but it doesn't look quite as real as just seeing a blade go into someone. Freddie said, I've been stung on the finger by stinging nettles and there's a lump on my finger. I think I was stung. Any good? I'd add that. I've had that. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, I like Liam likes Terrifier, Stu, and I like that. It's quite a good film, that is. That's got some very good gore in. Really good extreme gore, that one. But yeah. Extreme gore in Terrifier. Is the second one of that out yet? I don't know if I've seen the second one yet. Carl said footprints of humans carbon dated next to dinosaurs. Yeah, didn't know that either. Zed said there's a relatively new theory doing the rounds that we are the aliens. Came from Mars and started to lose its atmosphere. Yeah, I like all that stuff because why not? That could have happened, couldn't it? Top Hat Man. Yeah, I like what the Jigsaw. Yeah, I like Jigsaw films. Yeah, Saw films. That's what said, Mike. Shit games, but COD Zombies with Peach would be good fun to Twitch. I may actually be able to do that soon. It would have to be a certain one of them, though. It would have to be. But put it this way: my brother and two of my cousins now play zombies on one of the games on Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And you can get that quite cheap. So maybe one day I'll stream that. Is there anything that I've got to tell everyone what they can and can't say though. That's the only issue. Studio now coming out next Halloween. I think. Right, yeah, because I knew it was being made, and I thought surely it's long enough since that got spoke about that it's out by now. I said still ain't yet. See you later, Freddie. Good night, mate. Cobra Commander, how you doing, mate? You right? You said happy haunting, big guy. How's the screen? It's all right. It's all right. I'll have to look at the trailer, Stu. I don't even have seen it, but I know Liam loves them. He loves the old terrible. Because have you seen the other one that he's in? It's Art the Clown, isn't it? Art the Clown is in Trick or Treat, Trick or is it that one? Trick or Treat, Trick or Treat. It's Trick or Treat, but you know what I mean. Is it that? That's his first appearance, isn't it? But yeah, someone watch Possessor and tell me what you think of the violence in it. There was something about it I really liked. I have not seen All Hallows Eve. That's it, and it was a Halloween thing. I couldn't remember, Stu. I have not seen the new June yet, Peach. No, I'll watch it soon though. I'm not too fussed about it at the minute. I'm probably more excited to watch the fucking extended David Lynch version, the extended David Lynch fan version. But I will watch that. Now says, please start making a save for you, Mike. We want the red back to be here one day. I will make them eventually. It's just getting out of things. I'll be back to normal soon, though. Zed said, here's a thought. If the multiverse theory is right, then there are untold millions of us all doing exactly what we're doing now. Yeah, that's a weird one. I like that. I like this sort of, multiverse shit. But, yeah. You imagine doing little variations and some of them going off doing completely different things. Quite a lot of them probably dead in my case. It's things I used to do. Steve said, I saw an old mate the other day. He had conjunctivitis. He was a sight for sore eyes. Fuck's sake. I don't know what you deserve for that one. Natural born serial killer. How you doing, mate? You right? See you later, Carl. Good night, mate. Steve said, I didn't like it, mate. Preferred the ones with Kyle M in. Oh, who's that? Oh, June, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I get you now. Right, I'm just going to play the ad for the Halloween trailer. Read this. Click the link. The link will also be in the description. Go and click the reminder so you don't miss it. See you in about 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Cobra Commander, are you still doing the commercial video? Well, as in the fake ads, the fake shopping channel ads? Yeah, I've done 3 of them. I've done 3 of them to play tomorrow. There's 2 shorter ones, which are all right. And then there's, in about halfway through, I will put a longer one on, which is a bit more involved and includes some of you lot in it. So if you've got my merchandise, be prepared. There'll be a video of you. Steve said, Mike, don't watch Werewolves of the Third Reich on Netflix. Totally shit. Is it really? That's a shame. I've never actually heard of that one. Well, I don't know. It rings a bell, but that's one that don't sound real, isn't it? My throat's still fucked. What did I do with hardcore Henry? Did I put it back? Yeah, I did. Tactical said, Mike, over your right shoulder, is that your biggest fan? Someone did that joke the other day. Fucking hell, you're definitely getting something of that. Oh, wrong one. Not getting that for that. Fuck's sake. Someone did that joke last time. Not yesterday, but a couple of weeks ago. Bojo to Zed, if the multiverse theory is right, there exists a reality in which you're Batman, and also proposes that you are Batman and you're watching the stream. Zod not Zoo, let's say. I might watch a film after this, you know. I ain't got nothing to do. Don't fancy starting any new games because I'm replaying The Last of Us 2. I don't want to start doing confused. The more you play, if you start playing two different games at the same time, you start getting the controls mixed up. Don't know. But yes, that is my biggest fan. Let's have a look, see what I've got on my hard drive. Little Picker said, there's no reality in which you're a Batman. I am Batman. Yeah, that's what all the Batman says. So I've got a film called The Deep House. I may watch that, which seems to be some haunted house underwater. I don't know. No spoilers. The Green, how long's the Green Knight on? That looks quite good. 2 hours, 10 minutes. The thing is, watching films after about 12 o'clock, I don't fancy watching things at 2 hours long, just in case you start getting tired. Maybe The Deep House will do. But yeah, Possessor was really good. Oh, God. Everyone's been quiet now. Is it the 20-second slow mode that I put on? What's the fucking thing on here? I'll take it off if it fucking gets the fucking comments going a bit more. Oh, just turn it off, innit? Alright, I can't do it. Pingo versus the Thing. I have seen that. That's good. I do like that. That's literally about 20 seconds long there, isn't it? Cobra Commander, you should do one about the guy who broke into the house of one of your US customers and walks out a zombie with one of your broadettes sticking out of his head. Talking about, I've got a headache. That sounds pretty good. Tactical said, Zed, be concerned, I've imagined you in a tight costume. Zed said, the reality would be much worse, believe me. I would do more actual bloody crossbow merchandise on here, but you have to show it without it being on the crossbow because they're stupid enough to think a crossbow is a gun now. Get up again. Said, "Are swords legal to buy?" Right. If you want to buy a legal sword, I would say only buy it. Right, I'm assuming you're in the UK, right? If you want to make sure the sword you buy is definitely legal and definitely won't get confiscated, buy it from a company based in the UK. I wouldn't bother. There are things that are legal. You can so basically the only things that are illegal in this country are cheap wall hanger samurai swords or other cheap curved swords with a blade that's 50 centimeters or longer, right? So all you have to do is buy a handmade sword. But there's an issue with buying customs are being funny bastards at the minute, stopping things that are legal and then getting the police to pressure people to give up legal weapons. So you're better off buy any sword you want from a UK based website. It will be legal because they can only sell legal swords in this country. They can't sell you a sword that's illegal because they'll be breaking the law. Although a lot of companies still do that and get away with it somehow. Yeah, buy it from a UK legal. Just buy it from a UK website, and you'll have no issues. Get up says so. A samurai sword isn't legal to buy. No, if it's if it's a handmade samurai sword, you can legally buy it. And in the UK, they can't legally sell a non-handheld. Hang on, they can't in the UK. They can't legally sell a non-handmade sword anyway. So if you buy it from a UK-based company, they will have to claim it's handmade, even though most of them aren't. But they will say it is because they can't sell it otherwise. So buy it from a UK shop, you'll be all right. Put it that way. Singh said, "What difference does a curved sword have to make it legal?" I don't know. I think they blamed it on London gangs using cheap samurai swords against each other. So they banned them, like they banned zombie weapons because London gangs was using them against it. But now they started calling big hunting knives. The press often call big hunting knives zombie knives when they're not. Zombie knives is a very specific kind of knife. Get up again, said you must have Viking DNA. Maybe, I don't know. I might do, I don't know. Never checked, mate. Oh, Daft Dave, how you doing, mate? You right? Just get a hatchet or an axe, yeah. Get up again. So, do you think crossbows will be illegal soon? In all honesty, I don't think they will. I genuinely don't think they will now. Unless I don't know. It's hard to say, but the fact that the government recently, when a big petition came along, said no, we're not going to. We think the laws are strict enough anyway. That's I don't trust anything the government says, but I can't see why they'd get no tactical advantage out of that ever, saying no, we're not going to, and then doing it. It would have been easier for them to make themselves look really good and said, yeah, give us 2 years, we'll ban them. But they didn't. They said, no, we think the laws are adequate. Unless a different party comes in and then changes their mind. But who knows? I at the minute, with the way that was said, I don't think so. But yeah, there's nothing stopping any other fucking party coming in and then saying, yeah, we're going to ban them, is there? So, but I know that the papers for years have been going ape shit about trying to get crossbows banned. Years and years they've been trying to get them banned. The papers have, or give them a bad word so they get banned, calling them. They call these assault rifle style crossbows. No such thing. Well, I suppose the closest thing you could get to an assault rifle style crossbow would be that, but it's nothing like a fucking assault rifle. Daft Dave said meat cleavers are good. Mother said I'll buy a K-Bar ZK Tanto tomorrow. Which one's that? Oh, zombie killer, is that what that means? Yeah, that would be illegal, I think, wouldn't it? Well, does it say zombie killer on the blade? If that says zombie killer on the blade, that would be illegal. That would be a zombie knife. Darth said rumours flying in the US that the Queen has died. Yeah, if I wonder what it says on the blade. Depends what it says on the blade, you see, because that's the thing. The thing that makes a zombie knife is it has to also have words pertaining to violence on the blade and images, some shit like that. So, coloured handle. Oh no, I'm just saying it's all right, Mother. I'm not saying it's illegal for you. I'm just saying because we just happen to be talking about zombie knives, I just thought I'd say it. You know what I mean, you know, we would happen to be talking about that, so I thought I'd just say. Steve said, Mike, how do you find Will Smith in the snow? Look for Fresh Prince. So, get up again. Said crossbows used to hunt animals are absolutely dangerous. They've got to. It's illegal. You're not allowed to hunt with a crossbow. And the thing is, a lot of idiots don't realise is if you shoot something with a bolt without a broadhead on, a lot of the time it goes into whatever you're shooting, and the bolt, if it doesn't go right the way through, plugs the wound. So then you have ducks and shit like that wandering around with a bolt in them, and they survive it because it heals around it. You're not supposed to hunt things without a broadhead on, but yeah. But the thing is, people using crossbows for hunting are being illegal anyway. That's illegal. You're not actually allowed to hunt in the UK with a crossbow. Pete said, I want a K-bar knife, but they cost too much for what they are. Yeah, I agree with you there. Dave said, is an SA Junglist League? I would imagine yes. Because that wouldn't have words, and yeah, that's perfectly legal. All it was, if that had the words zombie killer down the side of the blade and had a brightly coloured handle, then it would be illegal. It's just a really weird, bizarre, you know, some stupid politician came up with. Because that's partly why English people and British people get a bit funny about the way people talk about our laws. You need to realise it's got nothing to do with the people who live in this country. We've never had a single say about the laws in this country. They don't give people a vote and say, right, here you go, we're making guns illegal, which isn't even true. But, you know, we're banning zombie knives. Here you go, have a vote. There's none of that. They just do it, and then you have to put up with it. And there's no, you can't reverse it. You can't, you know what I mean? But yeah, you got people on here. I'm not saying anyone's doing it now, but people do it, acting like it's somehow the average English bloke's fault that we can't have this. It's nothing to fucking do with me, ever. I don't fucking vote anyone into this country to ban fucking zombie knives. You know what I mean? Yeah. Steve said, Mike, 6 Underground worth what? All right, I'll have a look. I've got access to Netflix now. But yeah, I'll get sick of things sometimes. The way people act like it's the average British person's fault that we've got these. It's not. No one ever had any say in any of the things. They don't give you an option. You know, we're going to ban pistols. Here you go, have a vote on it. That's not how it works. It just gets done, and you have no choice. You know, it's the prick politicians that do it. And then people like us have to listen to it every day from idiots who ain't got a fucking clue about life. Redwoods, all right, I'll check that out. I'll have a little rant there. Right, don't forget that the Halloween video is coming up. Here's a quick little trailer for you. spamming my own channel now. But no, I agree with you. I agree with you there, Tactical. Anyway, I did see your comment. I don't know what it is, Zed. Something just got under my skin a little bit then. It's making me think of some of the shit I have to listen to every live stream. I'm not saying that no one was even doing it then, but it just made me think about it. People just can't appreciate the situation because it's always people. The people who can't understand it are the people who've never sort of experienced it. You know what I mean? And then we just have to listen to such utter crap when people literally don't know what they're talking about. Cobra Command said, Mike, what's a good movie to watch that's really shocking? I would say, oh, fucking hell, I'm pain in my gut then. Watch the original Martyrs. Do not watch the remake of it, though. Watch the original Martyrs. I don't know about shocking, but I couldn't stop thinking about Martyrs for a good couple of weeks. Yeah, Martyrs. I can't remember if it's French or Spanish. Do not watch the remake though. So the one you want to watch is the 2008 version. So it won't be in English either unless you can find a dubbed version. I genuinely thought Martyrs was excellent and sort of thought-provoking for certain ways. Did you like them special effects, Darth Dave? That was actually my own real wrist. I had to have my whichever hand it was sewn back on. Tax said, okay, vote on this. Linkshot were doing sit-ups or shooting himself in the face, which is the best. Mohammed, what do you mean as in a movie? What do you mean? My horror thing, what's that? Yeah, Martyrs, 2008 version. Excellent film. I don't know which one's funnier. Diarrhea is quite good.
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
Yes, man. Yeah, a film called Martyrs. Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with. Put it this way: the film Martyrs has got nothing to do with what you would first think of when you hear the word martyrs. It's got nothing to do with that. I'll give you a little bit of a synopsis for the people who want to watch Martyrs. It starts off with a young girl and a woman in a warehouse being tortured. The little girl escapes, then ends up living in a home where she has these terrible, horrendous nightmares about something trying to kill her. When she gets older, she decides to try and find out who and why these people was torturing her as a child. Goes to find the people with her friend, go and find the people who's torturing them to exact some revenge, and then the film sort of escalates from that. But it's got nothing to do with it has and it hasn't, but it's got really nothing to do with religious martyrs or people becoming martyrs for a cause. It's got nothing to do with that at all. And I think that's what puts people off. As soon as I say martyrs, you think of, what you normally associate the word martyrs with, and it's got literally nothing to do with that. It's more a dictionary definition of what a martyr is, if that makes sense, of what it means. Let me look up what martyr means, and then I'll tell you. Martyr meaning. So, yeah, a person who is killed because of their religious or other beliefs. Nothing to do with that, really. Not really. But yeah, it's not your traditional what you think martyrs. Because I can't ever get anyone to watch it. Every time I ever say to someone, "Watch Martyrs," I think one person's watched it. Zed said, I reckon that pain in your gut is an evil parasite that's on but slipped down your throat while you're sleeping. Hang on a minute. Oh, no, actually, it don't matter. For slowly eating your insides, imagine. Cobra Commander said, I saw an 80s film I haven't seen in years last night. A Company of Wolves. A Company of Wolves is very good, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. That's worth watching. Yeah, Company of Wolves. Yeah, 7 is good. I've got Battle Royale DVD, Stu. Yeah, I've got that. I've got Battle Royale 1 and 2 up there. 2's not so good, is it? Yeah, Battle Royale 2 Requiem. Yeah, I like Battle Royale. Yeah, I've got them on DVD, Stu. But yes, that's sorry, Jen. I got distracted halfway through reading your comment. But yes. Which one's Sigourney Weaver? Yeah, Company of Wolves is good. I've got that. No, I haven't got that on DVD. I had it on my hard drive. Thing is, Harvey, I actually do. So you don't need to keep asking. You only need to ask once. No, I don't think Sigourney Weaver's in it. I can't remember. Unless she is, and I'm not sure. Think of tomato ketchup. Let's see. I've heard your mum's going to prison, ain't she, Harvey? Gutted. I was going to play this, but it might seem wrong.
What, are you retarded?
It's not him anyway, is it? Does he beat me this time? He posted about 10 times before I even blocked him. Don't worry, I'll be in a good mood tomorrow. I'm in a good mood tonight. It's just sometimes it's something that got on my brain earlier, and I had to, sometimes I have to say things that I'm thinking. Stu said, yeah, it's decent. Apparently, the writer of Hunger Games has never seen it. I call bullshit. I've heard that. Yeah, I've not seen Hunger Games, but I have heard that it's I like Battle Royale 2. I can't remember much about Battle Royale 2, actually, saying that. Oh, yes, I do now. I do remember it now. Yeah, I've got my DVD. Tactical said, not kidding. Fuck's sake. That's so wrong, but right. Oh, fuck's sake. It's not him, is it? It's not him, so don't matter. I'll go and report him to fucking Katie Price. He'll get arrested tomorrow anyway. She fucking hates that shit. She's been trying to change the laws, isn't she? Send that over to her Twitter later. That's if she ain't going down, as I said. Got caught drink driving or banned, crashed her car, turned it over or something, didn't she? Yeah, this goes out to all the spammers and trolls.
The most powerful man in the universe.
Cobra Commander said, I got a format idea for the future video. Live streaming a shooting video on Vimeo. Let your viewers vote on what target you shoot next. Yeah, that could be done. Yeah. The only problem is I bet I can't get hardly anyone to go over to Vimeo to watch it. Because that's the problem with I could do it. I don't know what websites I could do it on. But yeah, the problem is YouTube you can't do it, but you obviously know that. Yeah, I'll be up for that. We'll have to see how it goes. I don't actually know what program that was where where he was. I think some BBC program about Henry VIII with Brian Blessed in it. Jackson going down slag. Yeah. You know I hang on. Yes, you know I do. You've seen my leaked sex tape. I've seen that. I had it on DVD. I've still got it on DVD. Dane Bowers sticking a toe up her at one point in her jacuzzi. And because one of the papers described it as a bizarre sex act. That always makes me laugh, yeah. Dane Bowers and Katie Price in bizarre sex act. She's just sat across him, so he's giving her a bit of toe action. Duff said the remade He-Man is now She-Man. They ripped everyone off with the new He-Man, didn't they? They said new He-Man, and then when they watched it, He-Man dies at the first bit, don't he? And then it's all about other people. Yeah, check out Possessor, Stu. You might like it. I don't know what it's on. I might watch later Mandy actually, because the bird from Mandy is in Possessor. Angela Risborough. I think she's good. She is. I might watch that. But how long? Someone go and have a look how long Mandy's on for. Cobra Commander said people could pay on coffee to vote like Total Request Live back in the day. Woke man. That's a good idea though. I do like that. Yeah, it's the problem is I know from experience as soon as you go off of YouTube, no one follows. And it's not worth bothering half the time. What you got recommended? So you got any films you could recommend me? Did you say any earlier? I've got a pile of bloody DVDs in front of me. But yeah, I fancy, depending on how long Mandy's on for, I might watch that. But that's quite a good atmospheric film as well. Why can't it just be the first thing it shows you, the runtime? 2 hours, 1 minute, slightly too long. Oh, I've seen it anyway. Long Pigs. All right, I know what Long Pig is. Just have a look up there, see what horrors I've got. So what you got planned tomorrow, apart from watching my live stream, hopefully? Yeah, that's what I got. Triangle. It, chapter 1 and 2, that'd be way too, that'd be about 5 hours fucking shit as well as that. That's the only horrors. I've got a load of fucking DVDs down there I've not seen. All them ones there. Oh, I would watch the new Halloween. Was that what you sent me? That was, yes, I've got a link to that actually, yeah. I'll have to check that out if that's still on there. Tactical sent me a link to that. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. Maybe I'll watch that. How long's that on for? Steve said, I asked my North Korean pen pal what it was like to live there. He said he couldn't complain. Fuck's sake, I like that ones. What was you saying? How was it, Cobra? I'll check the other stuff out on there, Tactical. But yeah, it worked because I went on there and I watched, because I saw the bit with the no spoilers, please, for the new, not you, but anyone for the new Halloween. But I saw the bit with the fake, sort of not fake, but Dr. Loomis. No, I said, is it still legal to wear a clown costume? Is it still illegal? That was never illegal in the UK. Who told you that? Oh, I've not seen the new Halloween. What's most people's opinions on that? I wouldn't mind watching series 2 and 3 of Creepshow, but they're only on fucking Shudder, aren't they? I am mad at Mike. Your round was a pint of white spirits. Coming your way, mate. Coming your way. There's a Halloween special on tomorrow. Don't miss it. I'll post a link in the chat now. Ah, fuck. Hang on. I'll post a link in the chat now. Go and click on it and set the reminder so you don't miss it tomorrow. That's anyone who's just come on to Iron Man. Architects, I'm a savage, you right, mate? No, I said I thought they were because of them creeps chasing folks and stabbing them. No, I think that was like some weird rumor, but I don't think that's never been real. That's never been real. It's never been illegal. I think in America that might have been recommended not to because people was probably getting shot. But yeah. I'll check. Oh, the second Creepshow. I like Creepshow 1. Yeah, I like the first Creepshow the most. Creepshow 2's all right. Creepshow 3 isn't worth watching. Stu, The Final Girls. I really fucking like that film, and I hope there's a sequel to that. I genuinely, when I finished watching that was one of those sort of has a sort of, it's a bit sad, but also has a feel-good ending to it, don't it, sort of thing. I like a good horror that has a feel-good ending. You know what I mean? Where you feel a bit, and you're glad that the people you wanted to live lived and shit like that. Yeah, Final Girls, I really, really like that. Genuinely, to the degree that I'm pretty sure in my I'll tell you what it says. So in my folder, if I really like a film, I actually write, so it'll say The Final Girls and it will actually be in brackets. Really good. Tell you in a minute. Let's go and have a look. Watched films, horror. Yeah. There's it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Where have I put that then? That must be in maybe I put it in. I don't know. I'll tell you something. If you can get it, watch The Mildew from Planet Zonada. Yeah, Final Girls. I really, really enjoyed that. What the fucking hell's that then? That's weird. I can't find that now. Freaky was good. You've seen that, ain't you, Stu? That was a good one. But yeah, I really enjoyed The Final Girls. Yeah, an original idea as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, Stu. Tactical said often overlooked, but Wishmaster films are worth a look. Do you know what? I watched the first Wishmaster a couple of months ago, after years. Steve said, Guy always gives 100% in what you do, unless you give him blood. Miles said, almost forgot the O-rings on the quivers you made, almost completely destroyed from nothing. What are the chances you'll start making them with zip ties? I could do. I've never had that issue, though. That's weird. I've never had that issue of mine. Could make it with zip ties, though. You'd have to be quite thin ones. I may actually do that, though, because that may be, yeah. That's strange. I've never had that issue. I'll be honest with you, it's not important anyway. The O-rings are just a way of covering my own back. 'cause it just makes them slightly tighter. But if you put in your quivers, if you put in the aluminium bolts, most of the time they don't actually need the O-rings. But yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. But the funny thing is, Mother, I don't know if that's some issue. That I've never. Maybe I gave you one with old O-rings, not realizing. But I've never had an issue with that ever. Seeing so is the Wasp CO2 injection knife legal? No idea, sadly, mate. I don't know. In the Mouth of Madness, Cobra Kwan. That's John Carpenter, Andy. I'm a big fan of John Carpenter. I'm not a big fan of horror, except for zombie movies. I love Dawn of the Dead. The original one, the remake's okay, isn't it? But I like the original Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, because they've remade all of them now, haven't they? I think there's multiple Day of the Deads. Yeah, the best one is Dawn of the Dead. And the remake of Night of the Living Dead is good, but that was actually made. That was actually George Romero actually wanted to remake it himself and asked Tom Savini to do it sort of for him. So it's still so the Night of the Living Dead remake is really George Romero's version of a remake. Anyway, really, it's just directed by Tom Savini, who does all the special effects for, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Territory, I think I have, Steve. I'm not sure. Oh, Final Girls is on the Horror Channel tonight. Is it really? Yeah, I'll have to go and watch that. Yeah, I agree with their eye, man. He said the worst horror movie is the greenhouse scene. Chapter 13. Nice one, Stu. That's good. What made you delete that? Or has it been on? Has Horror Channel got a catch-up thing? Yeah, I must. Tactical said 70 zombies. I have a chance to survive. 2020 zombies. I'm Donald. I do like old style zombies, though. I don't like that running zombie shit because, in all honesty, you wouldn't be able to you wouldn't be able to survive running zombies that could only be shot in the head. So that's essentially, like a superhuman that can now only be killed by being shot in the head. But after time, the fucking running zombies run faster than a normal person. Spoils it, I think. Have you seen Final Girls Dead? I think you'd like that. A funny thing is, Stu, when you said it was on tonight, I sort of thought it was as well, because I'm sure I've seen it advertised. Because I follow the Horror Channel on Twitter. Maybe they were saying it's on next month or something. Cobra said, I know it's campy, but I like Nightmare. Yeah, I like Nightmare on Elm Street. I love the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Great films. Yeah, 28 Days Later. Very good film. I'll tell you what I might watch tonight, actually, if it's not too long. Like I say, I don't mind. I will watch. I'm perfectly happy watching a 4-hour film if it's the right kind of time. I do not want to be watching a 2-hour plus film at midnight when you're already slightly tired. But if it's about an hour and a half, I might watch that tonight. I've already seen it. I quite like this. 87 minutes. I'll probably watch that then. That's got some good bits in there. I prefer the original, but this is different to the original because this is more serious sort of thing. I love Evil Dead, but it's a bit sort of campy. But Bruce Campbell will always be the king of that. Dallas Dillinger, the greenhouse scene. Of which film? Scum. That was a horror movie. Yes, we're on about Scum, yes. Christie? What's that? Linford Christie. Daft I saw a movie called Scum, UK version of Bad Boys. I said the running zombies can be shot in the legs. They cannot stand on shattered bones. Well, I suppose, but you imagine realistically, think about it in realistic terms, trying to shoot a running thing in the legs. It's actually quite difficult. That's why, in military situations or police, this is what a lot of people don't realise. You know this, Iron Man, but you'd be surprised how many people don't. if police and military are ever going to shoot you, they're going to shoot you here. They won't aim at your arms. They won't aim at your head. You know what I mean? Because that's why people always. I've heard people going about body armor. Why? I can't talk now. Why wear body armor? They'll just shoot you in the head. You're actually more likely to not. You know what I mean? But yeah, but I'm talking sort of shit there, right, man. But yeah. Yeah, Jane, she's good because that's quite a different role for her as well, isn't it? In that, Darth Vader's headshots are only things that kill zombies. But no, what Iron Man meant though, if you shot him in the legs, they wouldn't be able to run at you then. But I agree with you, Iron Man. Yeah, to shoot him in the legs, isn't it? Iron Man said, I would be indoors. I'd never go out if running zombies were about. Exactly. People would have a lot more better chance, wouldn't you? You wouldn't fuck about with that. My favourite thing about zombies, though, and I think it's Zed, not Z, always brings it up, is do zombies shit. Because I also suppose it depends on which zombies, though, doesn't it? Because if it's the brain-eating zombies, what happens when they eat the brains? Do they shit, or do they eventually just, do they digest? Does it just get stuck in there and eventually fill up and nothing comes out? See, these are concepts that no filmmakers ever get into. I think we should. Which ones don't breathe, Stu? The one with the blind bloke. I have seen that. I've got that on DVD, actually. Yeah, I forget she's in that. Yeah, don't breathe. That's actually quite good, isn't it? Yeah. I like that. There's a sequel to that, isn't there? Tactical said, the one that always makes me laugh is zombies movies is how do they defeat tanks? They have armor. And an NBC seal. Exactly. Well, I suppose they could puke blood down the hole, down into it. I don't know. Nick, I'm going to have to go off in a minute. I didn't realise it was 10 to 11. 12, I mean. Nick said, like that thing that happened where a young girl started to try and stab another girl while an officer was there and he shot and killed her. People said he should have shot the knife out of her hand. That's the thing. People don't understand. Someone who is trained to shoot someone, they're trained to shoot the body mass, aren't they? Because, it makes me laugh. People are, you hear that all the time, don't you, Nick? Yeah, why didn't they just shoot him in the arm? Why didn't they shoot him in the leg? Or shoot the knife out of their hand. That's not what happens. But also, the other thing people don't realise is when a policeman is shooting you, that's pretty much the last resort, and they're going to shoot to kill. They don't shoot to injure. That's not a thing. Centre mass, exactly. They don't. There's no such thing as shooting to injure someone. If you've forced the police to shoot you, you'll be lucky to survive. Do the clocks really go back tonight's thing? I'm going to have to check tomorrow about something. Yeah, I better go off. Cheers for that. I appreciate you saying about clocks going back because the intro for that live stream tomorrow may have to be changed. We'll see what happens. If it suddenly starts saying, is it going back or forward? Right, I better go off. It's nearly 12 o'clock. I wanted to watch a film, but I probably won't bother now. Right, cheers for watching. Do not forget to watch tomorrow's live stream. See you later, Ryan, man. You watching tomorrow? Here's the link. Everyone go and click this link now. And go set the reminder. Right, I'll just play the little trailer again and I'll see you later. See you later. Tactical's getting timed out for that. I gotta put the ads on because you fuckers won't watch it. You go, oh, I missed it. So I have to remind everyone every 10 fucking minutes. See you later. Good night.